Welcome back to the channel. Today on Is It Worth Watching, we are looking at Demon Slayer Episode 3. And honestly, not a whole lot of crazy stuff has happened so far, but we finally get like the introduction to the Demon Slayer core and as well as like demons, which really, in my opinion, should have really happened back in like Episode 1, but whatever. Basically, Demon Slayers have been around since they can remember, over hundreds of years. There's like a little over 100 members. They operate separate from the government and aren't technically recognized by the government. And obviously, their main threat are demons. And demons, we know already, they feed off of humans. They can heal like crazy. It doesn't matter if you cut them up, whatever. The only thing that will kill them is sunlight or a special blade. So basically, this little synopsis is just supposed to introduce the blades that the Demon Slayers carry, and also the fact that some demons are gonna do like different things. Like some of them can shapeshift, and some of them have other powers. Basically, just opening the door, to letting demons do whatever the plot might need them to do, which hopefully won't become a problem, but we will see here in the future. And meanwhile, humans are just fighting with their sword and what techniques they might know, unless you're Tanjiro, because you got that Super Sniffer 3000! So here we are, 6 months deep into Tanjiro's training. The mountain has become more dangerous. There's more traps. They're deadlier now. Orokodaki has him to start carrying his sword so he can get used to carrying it around during battle and doing all these maneuvers. It slows him down, but no worries. Then he's practicing falling, learning how to get up fast. Then Orokodaki teaches him something that is unique to him. Every teacher has their own breathing style and their own forms, and his happens to be the water form. So he teaches Tanjiro those 10 forms and the breathing technique, which is supposed to allow you in Demon Slayer lore. It is going to actually increase your healing abilities and increase your strength, sort of like increases your blood flow and basically allows you to become a powerhouse. But of course, Tanjiro is struggling the whole time trying to get this down. But my man doesn't quit. They got him going into the water, becoming water. He's even at one part, he's like, I am water! Like, reminding me of SpongeBob, like, water! Like, it's amazing, bro. Love it. It's funny, but it's not, it's not necessary. You don't need to watch this part, but it is kind of funny. It's more of like slowed down Demon Slayer humor. Okay, so we go from having such a great time, a hilarious montage, to going into Tanjiro's deepest, darkest thoughts. And oh my god, this man is going through it. So Nezuko has been asleep for like 6 months, which, since she got bodied by the body. She's 0-2, by the way. But so he's like so terrified that like she is going to just die and like just die in her sleep. And it's so dark. It's like, my god, bro. Like, he was so lighthearted just a couple episodes ago. He's been through a lot though. So our man has been training. He keeps going up higher in the mountain. And, we get Tanjiro's deep thoughts. Again, oh, darkest thoughts. Again, he's talking about, like, man, I was pretty sure I was going to die like 5 or 6 times. But, like, low key, man, he's becoming, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Like, how can you not appreciate that, man? And, like, here's some, like, this is so beautiful. Like, this Demon Slayer knows what's up. And then before you know it, it has been a year since my man has been on the mountain. And then Orokodaki is like, okay, you ready for the final test? It's up to you, though, to complete this. And then you can go, try out for the Demon Slayer Corps. And he's like, alright, what we gotta do? Tanjiro's third opponent. It's Tanjiro versus Boulder. Boulder, the strongest rock known in this forest. on the mountain, stronger than the mountain. But but no, he's got to cut the boulder, and my man Tanjiro will be going through it. Is it even possible? Can it be done? So my man gets back to work. He starts hacking and slashing at this boulder. But like I said, man, this boulder, it's the strongest one on the mountain, and it's proven to be a tough opponent for Tanjiro. So Tanjiro continues his training, everything that he knows. Orokodaki has left him at this point. Like, he's still living there, but he's not teaching him anything. It's kind of crazy. Like, what kind of teacher are you, bro? And then we go back into Tanjiro's deepest, darkest thoughts. It's been another 6 months. He doesn't feel like he's getting anywhere with this boulder, and he feels like he's failing everybody, but he's gotta train harder. And bro, Tanjiro has been nothing but like a workhorse. He's done nothing but worked his tail off. He's been providing for his family like way before he should have to. And I hate that like my man is so down because he deserves so much more. But he's on the brink of giving up, man. He starts using his head. Maybe that'll work. And then that's when something appears. And listen, my man must have like knocked himself out or something. Like, if I remember, I'll touch on it in the future because I don't want to spoil anything. But we'll talk about that. Just as soon as my man hits his head on the rock, we get to meet Sabito. Now, Sabito is just like Giyu, just like Orokodaki. Everyone is giving Tanjiro such a hard time. I mean, I will at least say that every time someone has been on Tanjiro's case, they wind up seem up pretty well. And Sabito is, he puts his money where his mouth is, okay? Like, yeah, he was running his mouth, but my boy can box, that is for sure. So now we have Tanjiro versus Sabito. And boy, is it beautiful! During this fight, Sabito basically hammers into Tanjiro about how only his mind knows everything that he's telling him. His body still doesn't know what to do. He's still not training like he should. And Tanjiro's like, bro, I've been training my butt off. Like, what do you mean? And it's true. Tanjiro's been training, but Sabito has a point. It's all in his head. He's got to get his body locked in. From the jump, we see how freaking fast Sabito is, man. Gets on Tanjiro before he can even think. Man, Sabito is not playing. Then he jumps up, fucking jumps off a tree. Better come back at him. But my man Tanjiro's no slouch. He blocks us. But Sabito gets a hit in. Just zipping around, bro. I'm coming right here looking like P from Alphabet Lore. What is he doing? Right up next to my boy. Had my man down. But he's not out. And he blocks another one. Deflecting slash after slash, my man staying in the fight. Then Sabito comes back in again, but Tanjiro deflects them all. My man's holding his own. But Sabito, man, Sabito's wild. Then Tanjiro is able to block 3 more. Block, block, block. Holding it down. Sabito comes back on the attack again. Tanjiro blocks 1 but gets hit with another. Blocks the 3rd. Tanjiro does what I do when my girl is mad. He backs up, but it's not enough. He blocks 2 more strikes, and then he dodges the 3rd. Then Tanjiro goes on the offensive, and Sabito just whacks him. Nice little spin move. Whacks him right in the chin. Tanjiro is down. Shortly after Tanjiro's defeat, we are introduced to Makomo. Now, Makomo is a sweet little girl who is the first person that Tanjiro has met that has been nice to him and also given him genuine advice at the same time. So Makomo explains to him what total concentration breathing is. Mind you, this man has been training for a year and a half now under Orokodaki, and he's still confused on what total concentration breathing is, which blows my mind, because, like, what kind of teacher are you, Orokodaki? Because my man Tanjiro wrote all of this down, and you're telling me he's only starting to understand it due to the power of boners? Really? Like, how do I do it, man? How do I do it? How do I do this? And she's like, oh, that's easy. Just train until you die. You're like, what? Like, come on, man. Makomo sticks with him, and for the next 6 months, shows him all of the things that he's doing wrong, fixes all of his bad habits, and basically fixes everything that he needs to fix. And during this time, Sabato is still beating him. All right, he can't win against Sabato, but it's coming. It's coming. And after 6 more months, a full 2 years of being on the mountain, it finally happens. Be it all of his training, the power of boners, or the new sponsorship that he got from Herbal Essence, Tanjiro was not losing this fight. And with one deep breath filling his lungs, activating his total concentration breathing, Tanjiro is now able to move just as fast as Sabito, if not faster. And in just one strike, it was over. Now, with Sabito defeated, Tanjiro only got to see a smile of relief on his face and a few words from Akomo before they both disappeared and he realized he just got through the boulder! Let's go! Let's go, Tanjiro! And that is it for episode 3. Like always, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions or anything I missed, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you've got an anime that you want me to do, let me know down there. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.